What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex here, and you're watching the Ragin Ronin movie show. This is just a web series where we're talking about upcoming films that matter to me. It's been a while since I've done an episode like this. As a matter of fact, I can't remember when was the last time I talked about some movie news, and that is because COVID has really put a damper on the movie industry. However, even though principal photography has ceased almost entirely, pre-production is still going strong, and it's all because pre-production work can be done remotely while respecting social distancing. And that's what we're here to talk about, because recently there have been some really exciting announcements for some films that could potentially be going into early stages of development. Now keep in mind, these are just merely announcements, so anything and everything is still subject to change during these times of uncertainty. But anyways, let's just get right into it and talk about another installment for Extraction. That's right, Extraction, a film that starred Chris Hemsworth and also was produced by the Russo brothers, which was awesome, is potentially getting a sequel or a prequel. I don't really know. The Russo brothers were really excited to announce that they're putting work into another installment after the positive reviews and all the streams and all the downloads from Netflix, and it has got to be probably my favorite or the best Netflix film, in my opinion. It's my favorite film as a Netflix production. I really loved it. Really enjoyed it. Chris Hemsworth, director Sam Hargrave, who also happens to be Captain America's stunt double. They really did a really great job on this film. This is a really solid action thriller, and I would love to see more. But like I said, it could be a sequel, it could be a prequel, but I'll tell you this. They only teased Tyler Rake's past a little bit. Okay, we don't know very much about it. Very mysterious. I want to know more about his character, and I would love to see a prequel more than a sequel. I really want to see a prequel. I want to know more about his backstory, and I think there's a lot to his character. So I would like to see them explore that more, and I'm excited about this announcement, okay? Next, we got another film that is a Netflix film that's getting a sequel, and that is Bright. We're going to get Bright 2, and this time, instead of David Ayer directing, we're going to be getting a film directed by Louis Leterrier. He directed Transporter 1, 2, Clash of Titans remake, and also The Incredible Hulk. Very solid action director, and I'm excited to see him direct Bright 2. I really enjoyed the first one. I thought it was such a, I thought it was such a unique and original story concept. You know, Will Smith as LAPD cop, and then we got Joel Edgerton as an orc cop who happens to play his partner, and there's, you know, obviously there's this disconnect between these two characters, but they just happen to be, later on they just happen to have some really great chemistry together. And this concept, this idea is just so far out there that I think Netflix really took a bold move to, you know, make this film a reality. And not only that, it's getting a sequel. And I think that this film definitely deserves a sequel, because this world, we've only seen the tip of the iceberg in this realm. There's so much more that can be done, and it's such a unique concept. It's got a really a brilliant premise where you can really expand upon it. And I think that with Louis Leterrier directing, he could really make it bigger. And this is a film, like, this is a sequel that deserves to go bigger. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about that. I hope it really happens. Next, let's talk about Star Wars. You know, I'll be completely honest. You know, Rise of Skywalker wasn't that great, and I kind of lost track what Disney's plans are for the rest of the films for the future. Really lost track of that. I really have no idea what's going on, except for what they got that Cassian Andor Disney Plus series, as well as the Obi-Wan series, and of course something I'm really excited about, Mandalorian season 2 and 3. That's very exciting stuff, but I'm not sure what exactly is going on with their live action films. Turns out that there's going to be another one, and it's going to be directed by somebody that I'm really excited to have write and direct another live-action Star Wars film, and that is Taika Waititi, the director of Thor Ragnarok. You know what? After seeing Thor Ragnarok, I always felt that, okay, this is somebody who could direct the hell out of a Star Wars film. Definitely. And then after knowing that he was involved creatively with The Mandalorian, that was just icing on the cake. And for them to announce that Taika Waititi is going to direct a new live-action Star Wars film, I'm just crazy excited right now, because I feel like there's so much they can do with this. He's a very obviously very creative genius, and he can do a lot. And I'm really excited about the direction he's going to take this film on, and I feel like he can do whatever he wants, and I wouldn't even care as long as it's in the Star Wars universe and he gives us something fresh and new, which I'm very positive that he's going to do. So yeah, really excited about that, and I'm excited to hear what the next announcement for that is going to be. Like, when are they going to go into production, and what kind of story ideas they're going to do. All right, so there you have it. Moving on, let's talk about a sequel that I didn't expect to actually have an announcement. As a matter of fact, this was an official announcement from Sylvester Stallone while he was doing a Q&A live with some fans. A fan asked about, can we expect to see a sequel to Demo Man? And what he means by Demo Man is Demolition Man. And Demolition Man has been trending on Twitter, and that is because of toilet paper. In San Angeles, they stopped using toilet paper. And of course, during these times of COVID, toilet paper was obviously a product that was very scarce. Well, maybe not anymore, but it depends on what part of the world you're in. In any case, he mentioned that, or he was really happy to mention that Warner Brothers was in fact fast-tracking the production for Demolition Man, a sequel to Demolition Man, and they said the script is almost ready. Or he said the script is almost ready, but that's all he said. He didn't say very much about like when, what the story's about, who's going to star in it. He didn't have any of that, but he did say that the script is nearly done for the sequel to Demolition Man. However, I will say this, even though I am excited about it, this one will never be as good as the first one, because what made the first one great was the chemistry between John Spartan and Simon Phoenix. They're like yin and yang. They go well together, but with Simon Phoenix dead, played by Wesley Snipes, we're not going to get that unless they create another really awesome villain, which, how can you top Simon Phoenix, right? So hopefully they come up with something great. I know it won't be as great as the first one, but hopefully they have some really great ideas, okay? Moving on, let's talk about another film, and that is the reboot, or rather, no, this is something that's, obviously being done a lot. A female-driven reboot to Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, I really enjoyed the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Even though I don't know or have an idea what 2 and 3 were about, I love the action in those films, and of course, I love the main reason why people watch these Pirates of the Caribbean movies, Captain Jack Sparrow, played by Johnny Depp. Now, 4 and 5, although they made tons and tons of money, were forgettable to me. There was something missing about them. There was just something that there's a charm that was missing from those films that was very prevalent in the first 3 films. Even though the first one was the best, it was all about Captain Jack Sparrow. Now, Disney wants to do a female-driven reboot to Pirates of the Caribbean. It will not be the same. However, I do like these Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Even though the 4th and 5th one weren't that great, I still liked that world that that they have created. With that being said, they do have a person in mind, an actress in mind, to play that lead role, and that is Karen Gillan. I like her. I think she's a great actress. However, who's she going to play? A female version of Captain Jack Sparrow, or an entirely different character? There's only one person that could play Captain Jack Sparrow, and that's Johnny Depp, and he's not in it. So what kind of character is she going to play? Is she just going to play a female pirate? Well, what's so great about her? So that's something that they have yet to deliver to us, and we don't know what it's going to be like, but I am still keeping an open mind about watching it. I really don't care that it's a female-driven film or reboot. I just want a great character, and I want a great story. I'm ready to re-enter the realm of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Finally, last thing I want to talk about is something from Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers no longer has the DCEU, the DC Extended Universe. They're calling it now the Warner Brothers Worlds of DC. And what that all means is that they're bringing in, or rather they're adapting stories from, of course, the DC Comics and making them into disconnected films. Now, these films are no longer going to be connected with each other, as you've already seen with Joker. These films won't be connected with each other because they failed in trying to make them all connect as a cinematic universe like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In any case, they're going to continue making more films whether they're connected or not, and the next one is going to be Man of Steel 2. That's right. Warner Brothers decided that they do not have, or rather they're halting production on a Supergirl film, which is something that I'm actually more excited about. so that they can fast track Man of Steel 2. And I'm not sure what was behind the decision behind this. I think it might have to do with the fact that Henry Cavill is a pretty hot commodity right now. If you've been watching his social media posts during quarantine and self-isolation while COVID times, he's trending a lot. And I think he's using that, Warner Brothers could potentially be using that popularity to really remind the fans that, hey, Superman is not gone, okay? Justice League might be Justice League and it ended there, but it's not over for Superman. So maybe that's what's going on. And maybe they're having a hard time finding a Supergirl. Supergirl might be a little bit hard to cast. Those are some pretty big shoes to fill. But they already have a Superman, and Henry Cavill played a really good Superman, and he can continue, and he should continue playing a really great Superman. Even though Man of Steel was good, but not great, I still feel that they could do a lot more with a true Man of Steel sequel, without the Justice League, without Batman, without Wonder Woman. Just have a solo Man of Steel film and make it a good one. Maybe make it without Zack Snyder. So we'll see about that, but it's something I'm excited about. Anyways, we've talked about a lot of sequels, a lot of reboots. So what do you guys think about that? We have Extraction 2, Bright 2, Man of Steel 2. We have female-driven Pirates of the Caribbean reboot, Demolition Man 2, and also a Taika Waititi directed Star Wars. Let me know in the comment section below which one are you most excited about, and anything else you'd like to comment. As always, if you enjoyed this video, you want to see more, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation, also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.